I thought I would share. Quoting Gentleman's Quarterly interviewed Senator Marco Rubio and asked several questions. I thought I would discuss one question that was asked and then his answer. Quoting Gentleman's Quarterly, quote, "How old do you think the Earth is?" unquote. The reason you want to ask senators this question is to see if they're fucking ignorant moron wanker retards or not. Quoting Marco Rubio, and I'll quote the whole thing and then I will give the Desert File comments on his answer. Quoting Marco Rubio, quote, "I am not a scientist, man. I can tell you what recorded history says. I can tell you what the Bible says. But I think that's a dispute among theologians. And I think it has nothing to do with the gross domestic product or economic growth of the United States. I think the age of the universe has zero to do with how our economy is going to grow. I'm not a scientist. I don't think I'm qualified to answer a question like that. At the end of the day, I think there are multiple theories out there on how the universe was created, and I think this is a country where people should have the opportunity to teach them all. I think parents should be able to teach their kids what their faith says, what science says. Whether the Earth was created in 7 days or 7 actual eras, I'm not sure we'll ever be able to answer that. It's one of the greatest mysteries." Unquote. Make it stop! That's stupid! It burns! It burns! I feel purged, renewed. I'm not a scientist, man. I can tell you what recorded history says. What the bloody fuck does the age of the Earth have to do with recorded history? I can tell you what the Bible says. What the bloody fuck does the Bible have to do with the age of the Earth? But I think it's a dispute among theologians. The issue is the age of the Earth. It has absolutely god all fucking nothing to do with what the fuck theologians' opinions are. The question is, how old do you think the Earth is? And I think it has nothing to do with the gross domestic product or economic growth of the United States. Who the bloody hell said it did? I think the age of the universe has zero to do with how our economy is going to grow. I agree. That's not the fucking question. The fucking question is, how old do you think the Earth is? I am not a scientist. He said that again. He should have said, I'm a fucking moron, not, I'm not a scientist. It's obvious he's not a scientist. I don't think I'm qualified to answer a question like that. This is a senator living in the United States, a senator of the United States, living in the information age, where information is literally at hundreds of millions of citizens' fingertips where they can find the age of the earth, how they know what the age of the earth is, and a bloody hell of a lot of facts and information and data to show how and why we know what the age of the earth is, literally within seconds. Seconds! And he can't answer a question like that. He's not qualified. And at the end of the day, I think there are multiple theories out there on how the universe was created. The question was, how old is the earth? It had absolutely nothing to do with how old the universe is. It has absolutely nothing at all to do with how the universe was, quote, created, unquote. And I think this is a country where people should have the opportunity to teach them all. There is one theory out there regarding, for Senator Rubio's pleasure, the correct finger, there is one theory out there for the age of the earth and how we know it is approximately 4.5 billion years old. That theory is called physics. One theory. There are not multiple theories regarding the age of the earth or even the age of the universe. Teaching them all? This clown wants wrong answers to be taught. I think parents should be able to teach their kids what their faith says. I agree. What science says, I think that should be mandatory. I think United States citizens and their children, adults, children, should mandatorily be taught science. But that's just me. Whether the earth was created in 7 days or 7 actual eras, what the bloody fuck does that mean? 7 actual eras? How in the bloody fuck is he defining what the fucking era is? I'm not sure we'll ever be able to answer that. It's one of the great mysteries. The age of the earth is not a mystery. The question has been answered. We know within extremely tiny error bars how old Earth is. It's been measured tens and thousands of times, perhaps hundreds of thousands of times. It's been measured over and over and over and over and over again within less than 1% error margin bars. It is not a mystery, let alone a great mystery, how fucking old Earth is. This is a United States Senator. How is it possible for a United States Senator to not know what the age of the Earth is? The United States is in the top 5 countries that is economically, industriologically, the top 5 technological advanced, the most informed, and the most access to information in the entire fucking planet. At least in the top 5, maybe in the top 3. And somebody who has elected a senator doesn't know how old the earth is. This is one of the many reasons why the United States is fast plunging into being a so-called third world country. What is most frightening about this? The senator is on 2 committees that oversee and regulate science. If that doesn't frighten you, then you are a hell of a lot more brave than I am.